Hello everybody on the One School, One Book Committee. This is our first flipped meeting because it was very difficult for a lot of us to meet. So I thought I would just go ahead and give you the information in this way. One thing that you need to look for is soon I will be sending you a Google document that's going to have a list of tasks that we need to be accomplishing between now and the beginning of school. I know everybody's really anxious about the book, but I'm going to save the title of the book for the end of this video. One thing that we are thinking of doing for One School, One Book is having an assembly. So one of the tasks is contacting the author, Jacqueline Woodson, which is a hint, and having her visit the school. Larry Boda, the department chairperson at Platt, is actually trying to contact her or her rep and seeing what we can do to get her in, because we've actually purchased 3,000 copies of the book. So we're hoping that she'll come in and speak to the kids, and that will be our way to have a kickoff assembly. If we can't get her in, one thing that is recommended during One School, One Book is to have a kickoff assembly. So we would have to start brainstorming some ideas for what that would look like, when it would be, and what time of the day we can make this happen. I do have a few ideas, but I'm definitely open to other suggestions. That way on the Google Doc, the shared document that you'll get, you can just input, since everyone will have access to it. You guys can all keep that as our running brainstorm, so to speak. One thing that is important is the kickoff meeting, where every student would get the book. And before we get the kickoff meeting happening, what you need to do is have clues. You need to have maybe some questions that are read over the speakers in the morning announcements, really giving everybody hints about the book without giving anything about the book away. So the book is a young adult novel. And remember, it's by Jacqueline Woodson. One idea that we had when we had a meeting was to create a hashtag One School, One Book. So it would be somebody's job to go through and tweet certain clues to get kids excited about reading. The whole premise of One School, One Book is really to get the whole community involved. So the student has the book, but they can bring it home and read it with a younger sibling, older sibling, parent, get the parents involved. Really this idea of a community who reads together. Therefore, one idea that I had was perhaps we could have the assembly on a Thursday and give out the book to each student per grade level. So on a Thursday, when we start with period 2, we would have 9th grade go down, hear a little speech from the author, get the book, and then 3 would be 10th grade and so on. And then we could have what people call a Dear Day, drop everything and read, which would mean that everybody in advisory period now has the book and they can spend a few minutes reading the book and getting into it, because oftentimes that's the biggest challenge, is getting the kids to sit and start the book. Another thing that we have to think about is the time frame is very short. So here's a sample calendar of the middle school, and what they have done is basically chunk their book down into 4 weeks, and you can kind of see on here that there is a trivia day on a Wednesday and then a trivia day on a Friday. So you chunk down the book in terms of what they would be reading at home at night, and then on a Wednesday somebody goes on to the morning announcements and reads a trivia question, and anyone who knows the answer sees their teacher, fills out the trivia, and submits it to the office. So another big task that we need is the trivia questions need to be written. We also need to make this calendar and break down the page numbers in terms of what's acceptable reading each night. Additionally, we also have to work with Platt, like I had mentioned, so that we don't double up on that. And we have to think, what are we going to do or say to kids to get them to read the book? David Salafia has said if we make a proposed budget, perhaps we can have one grand prize. What would kids want? Is it a TV? Is it an Xbox or game system? What do we want to offer kids as a prize in order to say, if you read this book, you could win this thing? And then our PBIS raffles work really well when it's an item or food, and so what types of things would we want to offer, since we do have a small budget to work with, where if a student is winning the trivia, he or she is being rewarded. So these are all things that come under the tasks, and that's basically what I need everyone to sign up for, is what do you want to work on, or who do you want to work with? We can have 2 people from our committee work together if you would like, in order to come up with some of these things. And then we really need the staff buy-in. So it's really great that everybody is representing their department, but it wouldn't work if somebody was saying that the book isn't great or didn't want everyone to read. Really just having the staff know about the title, which we will reveal, and getting people really involved and having them talk to their kids. Maybe they can incorporate it into their own lesson plan. The book details a relationship between two teenagers, Jeremiah and Ellie, and they go through their high school career and find that due to their different backgrounds, they have a lot of trouble and a lot of struggles. So the book is very short, it's a very easy read, but it appeals to a lot of different people, a lot of different ages, and a lot of students that we actually have here at Maloney, and that's why it was selected. We might even want to consider creating discussion questions that mirror the book for each subject or grade level, so that if a teacher wants to incorporate something from the theme of the book into their daily lesson, he or she can do that. I think that's all the things that we have to do in terms of tasks. If you have any questions, you can email me or see me. I hope that this was helpful. This is by Jacqueline Woodson, and if you want to see what the book actually is, you have to come and see me and tell me that you listened to my video. Thanks.
Is it?
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god.
Did I? I hit done.
Okay, you hit done?
But now I think
Then I
it's
saw the
recording.
3, 2, 1.
It says 6 minutes and 12 seconds.